In my lifetime, I expect to see 3, 4, perhaps even more women on the High Court bench, women not shaped from the same mold, but of different complexions. I have had the great good fortune to share life with a partner truly extraordinary for his generation, a man who believed at age 18 when we met that a woman's work, whether at home or on the job, is as important as a man's.
Ruth Joan Bader, born on March 15, 1933, in Brooklyn, New York, to parents of Ukrainian and Austrian descent. The young Ruth Bader graduated first in her class from Cornell University in 1954. That same year, she married Martin Ginsburg. Ginsburg was one of just 9 women in her entering class at Harvard Law School in 1956. It was her husband, Martin Ginsburg, who became a lawyer and encouraged her to do the same. It was in 1980 that President Carter named Ginsburg to the U.S. Court of Appeals for the District of Columbia. Video is to reminisce interesting facts about our dear Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg. She is known to be a fierce advocate for women's rights. Ginsburg proved to be an instrument in breaking the rigid framework of gender discrimination woven deep within American law. Many banks still denied women credit cards unless they had a male cosigner. Only 43% of women participated in the labor force. Those who did participate made on average 40% less than men. It all started with the case Reed versus Reed in 1971. In the case, a separated married couple from Idaho had been fighting over control of their deceased son's estate. The mother and father, Sally and Cecil Reed, both applied to be administrators of the estate, but Idaho named the father because the legal code explicitly read, males must be preferred to females. The dispute over that small estate changed legal history in the United States forever. The second known case that she handled was the Frontiero versus Richardson case, which was centered around women serving in the military that were denied of the same benefits given to a co-male serviceman. Ruth gained a reputation as a tough questioner and emerged as part of its liberal faction with little tolerance for sexual discrimination.
I will announce a dissent from the bench if I think that the court not only got it wrong, but egregiously wrong. And sometimes those dissents are addressed to Congress, as was true in the Lilly Ledbetter case. The bottom line.
She has even made wearing collars to the court on the trend, especially her known dissent collar. She wears this collar whenever she'd like to communicate her condemnation. Some of Ginsburg's most famous statements came in the form of dissents, one of which were written during the very well-known Bush versus Gore presidential election back in 2000. According to Ruth, the court's conclusion that a constitutionally adequate recount is impractical is a prophecy the court's own judgment will not allow to be tested. Such an untested prophecy should not decide the presidency of the United States, which she then concluded, I dissent. Yeesh, talk about Gins burn. Before her death at the age of 87, Ruth was known to have a lot of health complications throughout her life. Ginsburg faced numerous health issues and was treated for colon cancer in 1999, pancreatic cancer in 2009 and 2019, and lung cancer in December 2018. In May 2020, she was back in the hospital for treatments for a benign gallbladder condition. She was hospitalized again on July 14th for an infection related to earlier treatment. Despite the numerous calls made by the liberals, she resisted retiring towards the end of President Barack Obama's presidency to ensure a Democratic president would appoint her successor. Ruth was known to keep a tight fitness regimen and to be well active despite being in her 80s. She remained vigorous and was even seen lifting weights and working out with her personal trainer on a documentary back in 2018 with captions as Super Diva. Despite having personalities and beliefs opposite to one another, Ruth was known to have a very close relationship with Justice Scalia. Justice Antonin Scalia was known to be a rough and tumble justice whose words and decisions were often biting, compared as to Ruth, who was a soft-spoken justice who started her career fighting for women's rights. They even have pictures together riding on an elephant, and both are also known to love operas.
Listening to him and disagreeing with a good part of what he said, but thought he said it in an absolutely captivating way.
I think we should leave it at that very point.
We agree on a whole lot of stuff.
You do.
Ruth is really bad only on the knee-jerk stuff. She is.
Named after it copies the notorious B.I.G., a famous rapper.
Sure, Biggie.
And when
Biggie.
people ask, what do you have in common with the notorious B.I.G., I said, we have one thing clear in common, and that is we were both born and bred in Brooklyn, New York.
You also love both.
There are now multiple books and novels written about her. Aside from being featured as the cover of Times Magazine, a movie inspired from life in early cases, On the Basis of Sex was directed by Mimi Leder and starred by Felicity Jones as Justice R.B.G.
But all people must be treated equally.
The word woman does not appear even once in the U.S. Constitution.
Nor does the word freedom, Your Honor.
Here comes the change.
Well, that's it for today. Don't forget to hit the like, guys, and if you are new to our channel, don't forget to hit the subscribe and bell button to get notified of our new videos. Again, thank you, and see you on our next video.